Hey there, my name is Coach Derek Noble, and I just want to thank you for watching this video. I am not going to waste your time. So, you are watching this video because you are more than likely considering hiring an online coach. So, you want to lose weight, you want to build muscle, you want to get rid of the dad bod, you want to get on TRT, you have high blood pressure, you have other issues you're trying to fix, whatever you're trying to do. Gotcha, 100%. Awesome. Love to hear the fact that you are looking into Noble Nutrition to help you out. But we do things a little bit differently around here. I don't know if you've noticed, like the content on my pages and my profile, it's very direct and to the point, and I like to be very transparent about everything that I do because I know a lot of the industry is clowns, I would say, just like a bunch of bozos that don't know what they're doing and they charge way too much money. So if you are trying to find somebody that is going to entertain you with fancy graphics and fancy videos and all this other BS and then charge you $800 plus per month, this is not the right place to be. First of all, that's ridiculous pricing for online coaching. My top prices aren't even half of that. So I couldn't understand charging somebody that much for like a service. But anyways, so I'm going to go through this video and I'm basically going to show you what I do. I'm going to try to explain as much as I can as to what my services actually provide. So if you've stuck with me to this point, just continue to watch. I mean, I'll try not to make it too lengthy, but I'm going to try to literally tell you everything that I do completely transparent. Like, this is how I build programs, this is what we offer, etc., who I am, like who are the coaches that I work with currently, all that stuff. So we'll go ahead and, of course, button doesn't work. Okay, so let me shrink myself here. All right. So the first thing that everybody loves to talk about is training, right? Because when you meet another dude, the first thing you do is you size him up and you say, how much does this guy bench? Obviously, it's it's the law of the jungle. I don't write the rules. But for customized training, what we do is I'm going to say, hey man, what are your goals? What are you trying to do? Right? Are you trying to get some huge arms? You're trying to get like a big chest? You're trying to fix your legs? Do you have an imbalance? Is there an injury we're trying to fix? Like, do you have a specific sport or do you have a specific like event you're training for? So I typically just want to know like what you want to do and how you want to look. So if you kind of visualize yourself like what you would want to look like one day, that's what I want you to tell me when we talk. So if you're 300 pounds and you want to weigh 180, don't tell me you want to lose 20 pounds. Tell me you want to weigh 180 pounds and you want to see abs for the first time in your life. If you're 180 pounds and you want to be 250 pounds of muscle, you want to be a huge bodybuilder-sized dude, tell me that. I would love to discuss what your goals are. I've worked with, half a dozen men that have dropped over 100 pounds, and I've probably brought 150 plus guys from the 100 pounds mark, like the hundreds, 180s, 190s, up into the 210s, 220s, 230s, etc. So all this cool stuff that we can do, all this stuff to help you kind of build out the physique you've always wanted, the abs, the back, the muscles, whatever you want, man. You just got to communicate with me and tell me what you want. So again, if you are interested in like the training side of things, everything that we do comes with like a full video, and there's going to be an explanation as to the workouts here. I'm sure you've seen this little video playing over here. But it basically is going to do the sets, the reps, and then you can track the amount of weight that you do. There's little notes and tips and stuff in there, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, so a little bit more text on this page. Let me see. Oh yeah, so one other thing that we do, because a lot of people are like, well, I want to work with an in-person trainer because I feel like you're not going to know how to train me. Awesome. So I work with some of the top professional bodybuilders on the entire planet. I have a very, very, very well-defined team of professional competitors that work with me, as well as amateur competitors, and I have trained over 1,000 clients, and I have helped them all train safely and learn to do what they need to do in order to progress. So that being said, you can actually take this device, and this is crazy. If you own this device, it's going to make your life 1,000 times simpler. Check it out. It's called a cell phone. So what you can do with this is you can set, as you notice there's a little bit of, it's like sarcasm, sorry about that. You can set the phone up and you can take a video of yourself and then you send the video through the app. And then I can analyze what your form looks like and I can tell you what to do and how to train and the intensity and everything like that. So if you're like, oh, hey, Coach Noble, like my back kind of hurts when I do deadlifts. Awesome. Set the phone up, put the minimal weight on there, and then send me a video of you doing like 10 to 15 reps. And then I'll analyze the video, and then I'll either send you a corrective form video, I'll tell you what to do, what to change, etc., etc. So it's super simple stuff. You learn just sneak your phone, just set it up, boop, 30 seconds, or ask somebody to take a video of you. Super simple. So don't worry about training. We got that covered. Nutrition. Okay. So this is where I think that most of the impact and our expertise comes from. And that's because you know how to work out, right? You go to the gym. It doesn't matter Who is watching this video? There's a 99% chance that you go to the gym already and you already work out, but you're not seeing great progress. Or else you probably wouldn't be looking for a coach unless you're looking to go to that next level, in which this is also a fantastic place to be. But you probably already work out. You probably know how to work out. If I told you to go and do a specific workout, I mean, you can buy that, buy programs like that online, right? Why don't they work? Why do you go to the gym? And everybody that you see in the gym, year after year after year, they go in there and they train. And some of them train hard, some of them don't. But why do 99% of those guys look the exact same every time that you see them? It's because they don't control what they do the 23 hours that they spend outside of the gym every day. You need to focus on your nutrition, because the biggest impact, the biggest change that this is going to make for you is it's going to give you the right diet plan, meal by meal, gram by gram, that is going to help you achieve whatever goal you want. Let me emphasize that a little bit more. Nutrition is key. That being said, most of my expertise when it comes to actually integrating programming with nutrition is on the adaptability and the adherence side. So that sounds a little bit complex. It basically means I know how to work with people and give them foods that they're not going to hate, and they're going to actually eat it. So if you fill out your questionnaire and one line is like, oh, what are your favorite foods? What are your least favorite foods? And you write, my least favorite food is fish. And I give you a meal plan, and in that meal plan you have tilapia for 3 out of your 4 meals. Are you going to follow that meal plan? No. Are you probably going to take it and look at it and be like, oh, okay, well, I mean, what do I say? That's the whole point, right? So if you're being given foods that you don't enjoy, and I'm writing these diet plans and putting them on there, you're not going to follow the diet plan. You're not going to think that I care about you or listen to you or, actually consider what you want. You're not going to lose weight. You're not going to put on muscle. It's not going to work. So what I do is you fill out this extremely long questionnaire, 30 whole questions. It's a lot. And you're going to give me all of the information about you, the preferences that you have, everything. And then once you sign up, we're going to get on an onboarding call. And in that onboarding call, I am going to go over every single meal and every single day and every single possibility when it comes to your nutrition. What does your day look like? Do you eat breakfast? Do you eat before you work out? Do you eat after you work out? How many meals per day that you want? It goes on and on and on. So essentially what I do is I kind of figure out what a diet plan would look like that would fit your schedule. So it's like, okay, you work from 9 to 5 and you like to work out first thing in the morning, and then at the end of the day, you like to do cardio or something, right? Whatever. There's a million different combinations. But I would want to set it up so it's like, okay, you're going to the gym first thing in the morning. Let's make sure that we get you a very high carb meal to kind of spike your insulin levels and get everything moving for that workout. We want to get the carbohydrates available in your system as glycogen within your muscles stored and ready for you to use. So you would eat a carbohydrate-filled meal, and then you would go do your weight training. And then afterwards, we would give you something with protein, and we'd give you something with carbohydrates. And then you'd have your 3 to 4 meals throughout the rest of the day, and then you would do your cardio. Very simple, right? But now let's say you work out at the end of the night. Okay, so we do your first 3 to 4 meals. We figure out if you want to have breakfast before work. We figure out if you're going to have breakfast. And then we figure out your meal 2, your meal 3, your meal 4. What if you want to have dinner with the family or dinner with the kids? Gotcha. So meal 4 needs to be a little bit flexible so we can fit family meals in. Maybe we do a calorie cap or a macro cap on that one. And then you want to work out at night, so then we need to make sure that we have a pre-workout meal, or is that meal before with the family big enough to fuel you for the workout? And then we don't even need a post-workout meal except 2 scoops of whey. What if you don't like whey? What if you don't like whey? Okay, then we use vegan protein. You see what I mean? So it's this takes a lot of effort, and this is really where a lot of coaches out there will fail, is because they don't know how to make it customized, really. And they say they customize because they use templates, but dude, I'll show you the library of food we have here. There's 350 foods or something like that, and 700 total diet plans that have been created since I started using this app 2 years ago. So it's cool. If you ever actually want to see the customization stuff, if we're on the call, you're hey bro, you need to prove to me that this is custom. You know what I'm going to do? Crack my fingers. I'm going to pull up the platform on the back end, and I'm going to drag the screen over, and I'm going to show you me creating the diet plan for you. So I'll be here it is, first name, last name, boom. What do you want to eat for breakfast? Got you covered. Okay. Customized supplements. Okay, so this is the part where a lot of guys will see this and they'll go, well, I'm not taking supplements, man. All that stuff is baloney. Gotcha, 100%. So there's two types of people, right? There's the type of person who says it's baloney. I get that. I understand. I agree with you. A lot of this stuff is BS. If you're one of those people, then you just tell me what you're comfortable with taking or what I would recommend for you, and we'll keep it as natural as possible. So stuff like glutamine and creatine that have been studied and are actually, the glutamine is an essential amino acid, which means it's naturally occurring. But then when you come to creatine, it's one of the most studied supplements, if not the most studied supplement out there. It's been around for decades, extremely safe. But anyways, if you don't like the supplements and you want to stick with what you're taking, or you want to take specific stuff to like that's like natural and herbal, whatever you want to do, it's fine. It's not necessary. Of course, they're going to help expedite progress a little bit, but you don't need to take it. Now, if you do love supplements and you're like, hey man, like budget's $150 a month on supplements, load me up. Gotcha. I'm going to send you the stacks, right? So I've got all these different supplements that I've used over the years. I've owned nutrition shops. I've run nutrition shops. I was the chief operations officer of a nutrition or a supplement brand, and then I worked with that brand in order to formulate the entire line that we did. So I actually made a super fire pre-workout called Geek Sauce V2. It's from a brand called FitStrong. You can look it up. No longer in business. COVID kind of shut everything down. We tried to reboot it and just couldn't get it to catch traction. So, but yeah, if you do look that up, like FitStrong, go to the Instagram. I should still be on there. Yeah, so no kickbacks. We send stuff usually through Amazon or like specific websites. You'll never find us send. Oh, I mean, I have codes for stuff. Like there's a specific website that I like for like aminos and peptides, and there's a code for that I use, but it's my buddy's code because he's one of the employees there, so he gives me a good discount code, and I give you that code. I don't get a kickback. I don't think he gets a kickback, but like everybody wins on that one, right? No kickbacks to me. No kickbacks to any of the coaches you work with. Not acceptable. I don't think that's very ethical for us to recommend supplements and get a kickback from it, because then we're not really trying to do the best for you. The money that you are paying into this, I want to make sure that we get you the best results, and there should be no other incentive than to do such a good effing job that you are like, hey man, can I pay upfront for a full year? I want to lock you in for 2 years. I want to work with you for the next 5 years. Like you are the best. Like that's the goal. The goal is to get you, and like most of our business is referral based, but the goal is to get you to send referrals in because you love the progress you're making so far. Like I want you to tag me on Instagram. I want you to put me on your Facebook page or make me post like all of that stuff. Like you look at my Instagram, it's always posts of like clients that I work with. I'm very passionate about working with people, especially people who want to get swole. Like you just want to like build muscle, like get cut. Like that's what I do, dude. I live this life. Like I'm passionate. I want you to get just ridiculously in shape. Okay, so a lot of you out there have never done your blood work, or you have high blood pressure, bad cholesterol levels, like high LDL, low HDL. You're pre-diabetic or type 2 diabetic. Of course, I can't cure blah 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 diseases. Like I can't do anything to help you with diseases. Like can't say that. But yeah, like blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, liver values, kidney values. Like you have no clue what's going on. Your health's all over the place, right? You're working out, you feel like you're going to pass out, your face is turning red, your body's turning red, you get headaches when you wake up, headaches all the time, headaches after you eat a big meal. Like, yeah, like you're feeling stuffy all the time. Check your blood pressure. So one of the other things that I specialize in is making sure that you don't die. Like making sure that you can survive to work through the program to see the results is pretty high priority for me as somebody who's like, invested in your overall health and wellness. So in order to best provide you with the results, I partner with Titan Wellness. They're over in Tempe and Scottsdale, Arizona. However, they work with clients in all 50 states. They do telehealth. Now, do I get a kickback from this? No. Do I get all of my goodies for free? Yes. And by goodies for free, I mean like $80 every three months and like lab stuff. I don't really take anything from Titan, but anyways, they're super cool. The medical director is a nurse practitioner as of the filming of this video named Diamond, and she is incredibly cool. She is a professional bodybuilder. She is just one of the coolest, most intelligent hormone specialists that I've ever spoken with and had the pleasure of working with. So essentially what we do is I send you this specific link. It gets you set up to get their labs, and then you go through the system, and then you work with Diamond. You get your lab work. They do work with insurance. Call your insurance, check. I do not know what your benefits are. They do work with your insurance, and they should be able to get you through the process where everything gets covered. You just work with them, work with your insurance, blah, blah, blah. And then Diamond will actually do a consultation with you in order to help recommend products or whatever to help get your blood levels regulated. So if you have like high blood pressure, she'll recommend specific items. If you have bad cholesterol, there's stuff that she can recommend. And of course, you come back to me and say, hey, coach, like, my LDL was super high and my HDL was like super low. Okay, so we adjust your diet, we add in fish oils and krill oils, and then we add in some fasted cardio and some berberine to try and fix that. It's cool stuff. If your testosterone is low, you can look into TRT, HRT, all that kind of stuff. There's natural stuff that we can do for you. But if you want to go and work with them, awesome. If not, I would just recommend getting your bloods done at least once per year minimum. And if you're taking anything and you know what I'm talking about, it should be every 3 months. I care about you and I don't want you to get hurt or die. I don't think I can post this on YouTube now. All right, coach communication. As you can tell, I do not stop talking. I am pretty talkative. Most of my day is just chatting back and forth with clients because that's what I like to do. It's not like a fancy slideshow or anything, man. I just came in here, screenshot some stuff, threw it on Canva. Like, this is what we got. This is my VSL. This is all of the marketing dollars I've got have been put into this video. So essentially a webcam and then me sitting with a nice little curtain that I just bought off Amazon. Today's actually July 16th, so it's Prime Day. So I guess he's going to be maxing out my credit cards today. Anyways, 7 days per week. I'm available 7 days per week. You can always get a hold of me. The coaches that you will be working with and me, because I mean, it's like a hybrid system. I'll explain it when we get on the call. But essentially, like whoever is doing your training and nutrition, whether it be me or one of the other coaches that you're working with, et cetera, they may not be available all 7 days per week. And the reason I say that is because even though I'm a workaholic who eats, breathes, and sleeps, online training, coaching, whatever you want to call it, unfortunately, the other trainers that I work with, they have these things called lives, and they do like to spend time with their partners. I think it's some BS, but whatever. Anyways, so if they do have like a day or something that they need to take off or they're not available, they will typically let you know. They are very responsive. They're instructed to check daily when they do not have an event or some time scheduled off, so they're pretty good to work with. Okay, so there's a chat system built into the app. You literally go to the App Store, Noble Nutrition, download, or the Android Play Store, download, and you can get the whole thing downloaded, set up. It's awesome. You can chat with us anytime inside this app. So you can go back and forth. We send messages. You get notifications. It'll pop up. It'll say Noble Nutrition. Like sent you a message. You can read it and respond to it. You can send pictures and videos and voice memos and all this kind of stuff. So if you go out to like specific scenarios where you're like, I got to take the wife out for date night, or like I got my kid's birthday party, or I don't know, I'm going on vacation for 3 days. Whatever. Just communicate that, and we'll make sure that we get you some sort of a program or some sort of assistance, or even look at the menu for the restaurant that you're going to and tell you what to eat and what not to eat that day so you don't screw up your diet. Depends how strict you want to be. I mean, there are people that are just diehard when they hit their goals, and there are people who just honestly need help. And, either way, we're going to help you out. Weekly check-ins. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's go right there. That's a pretty good spot. Okay. So this is what you do on weekends. So Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you're going to go ahead and you're going to submit a picture. There's a front, side, and back picture. You're going to upload your weight, and then you're going to fill out a questionnaire. It's going to determine however you feel is going to determine how we set up the next week. Sorry, that was kind of word salad there. You fill out this questionnaire, we look at your weight, look at your pictures, and then we take the feedback and the data, analyze it, and then we make adjustments to the programming based on that. If your weight is going up and it's supposed to go down, we need to change something. If your weight is going down and it's supposed to go up, then we need to change something. If you're unhappy with your diet, unhappy with your training, unhappy with anything in the program, you're not happy with the results, you're not noticing results, etc., XYZ, whatever, right? It's our job to make you happy. It's my job to make you happy. My job is pleasing other people all day. My job is to please men all day long, okay? I'm here to please you, my guy. Anyways, so, so it's like communication, like I said on the last slide, it's like a big thing, right? You send voice memos and messages and stuff, like, dude, like, we're in this device all day. Like, you can go on here at any time and send a message, and it's going to pop up on my computer, and it's going to pop up on the coach's phone. So it's like, bro, if you want to talk, just shoot us a message, man. Like, we're super cool. And it's like, you got to understand, like, we eat, breathe, sleep, lifting, training, dieting, nutrition, all this stuff. So if you ever have a question, and you're like, I wonder if I can do this. It's like I had one guy today ask me if he could drink his TRT. Valid question. You can actually take oral testosterone pills. They're called testosterone troches. I hope I'm not butchering that. Troches. And they're like little pills that you can take. I used to work with pharmacies because I used to work with this IV therapy company. Very long story. But it was a valid question. And he thought he sounded dumb. And I was like, no, dude, you can take oral testosterone. However, don't take oral testosterone. Like, continue to do the TRT that was prescribed to you. But yeah, you just ask random questions like, hey, can I eat this? Can I do this? Can I put this in my diet? Can I fit this in my diet? Am I allowed to do this for my workouts? How do you think of my form on this? Can I change these exercises? This machine isn't available in my gym. Can I swap this exercise out? Hey, I'm interested in knowing about this. Should I contact the doctor? What do you think about my blood work? What do you think about this? Blah, 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 right? Whatever you want. We are here. We eat, breathe, sleep, and we type and speak extremely fast. I do. Yeah, so you check in. We get all these cool charts and fancy stuff. This is Alejandro. He has worked with me for, I believe, 2 years now because, yeah, actually we're on that 2-year date, July 31st. Huh. So we're coming up in like 2 weeks to 2 years with Alejandro. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so Alejandro, he lost, it was 100 pounds down total. I know it says 95 here, but he went from 280 to 180, and then we're like, dude, cut it. You got abs. We don't need to lose any more weight. He is currently bulking back up. I believe now we're up to like 205 because it's been 3 months, and the dude is looking just diesel. So if you look like this guy on the left, if you look like Alejandro did, kind of like a big fat slob when he started, sorry, buddy, love you. You're a fucking rock star now, man. Like, we just had a call yesterday, bro. If you see this, I use you in this slideshow because you kicked some ass, bro. But anyways, dude looks like this on the left. He looks like this today. Look at this fucking guy. Look at that, man. That's wild. He invested all of this time and energy and effort in order to transform his entire life. And he tells me how much he loves the veins on his arms and he loves the definition in his chest. He says, I've been training abs. I've been doing them first at the beginning of the workout, like you said, and I can feel them under. They're finally pushing through. I can see my abs better, and I'm 20 pounds up from my lowest. That's what I want for you. That's what I want for you. Okay? I had a guy who was like, he texted me. He's like 21 years old. We're up 40 pounds since we started working together. And he's like, dude, can I like post you on Instagram? Yeah, bro, post me on Instagram. You gained 40 pounds, man. Like, you doubled the size of yourself. Like, take your wins and go celebrate them. Go put it out there and tell people, like, that's what I want for you. I want you to go from this to this. I want your before pictures. Like, that's what I do. That's why I keep it affordable, so it's not going to like break the bank. It's like when we go over the pricing and stuff, it's not like I get a lot of like, oh wow, I thought it was going to be higher, and don't say that because then I'm like, it's just messing. Like, I don't do anything crazy, but yeah, it's a very emotional thing. I'm not a very emotional person, and I'm sure you probably are not too, being like the standard male is really like that. But sometimes I see stuff like this, man. Like, the messages they make me tear up a little bit. Like, this dude's life changed, and I just want to be able to bring the same thing to you. Okay, continuing on, transformations. We could go over these literally all day. There's so many transformations. I know they look cool and everything, but if you have a specific one you have questions about, you just let me know. Francisco, Alex, Dalen. Francisco and his wife started preparing for a bodybuilding competition, so they both lost a bunch of weight and they both built a bunch of muscle. We fixed up Francisco's hormones and stuff. We got him in with a specific doctor that kind of helped him with a couple issues that were stopping him from losing weight. And then Alex, he just was busy. He's working like 80 hours a week. I believe he's I don't want to get this wrong. I think he sells insurance. Pretty sure. If I got that wrong, I apologize. But yeah, he got huge. Yeah, and then Dalen was super overweight when we first started, man. I was like, bro, we got changes, bro. He's a business owner. He was over in Colorado, like a flood restoration business. And he actually got super lean, and then he's like, hey, man, I want to do a show. So we did a bodybuilding show, and he crushed it. He came in like 4th, which is cool. Okay, Alexis. I think there's 2 pictures of Alexis here. This is not even updated recently. As you can see, these are all like 2023. This guy's still with me. This guy's not. This guy's still with me. This guy's still with me. This guy's still with me and his husband. This guy just left. He was with me for, I think, 3 years. And finally, he wanted to go to a specialist in person. And I was like, dude, F yeah, bro, go for it. Anyways, yeah, so Alexis, he's a competitor. He started with me. He just wanted to do a bodybuilding show. And I was like, dude, you have great genetics. Let's run it. Boom. 2-3 years deep, I think, with this guy. And, like, if I got you the updated pictures, he's a monster, bro. Yeah, and then this is Kyle. It's Kyle and Shane. Absolutely love working with Kyle. He's a little bit younger, but I mean, this dude just got ripped in 3 months. Come on. 3 months to get ripped. I wasn't even like, he just did a little bit of cardio and it's crazy. And yeah, I mean, it's cool. Tons of these. This is another client. He lost 200 pounds. It was actually kind of interesting how we set this one up. So Nick was very specific with the food that he would eat and would not eat. So probably about 6 or 7 diets in, he just wasn't following it. And I was like, dude, what is it going to take? And this is kind of where things clicked for me. And I was like, okay, what do you want to eat for breakfast, bro? So his breakfast was oatmeal and chocolate chips and whey protein. Okay, he ate that every single day. Guess what? He didn't miss a single day. He said, my favorite part of my day is I wake up and I have chocolate chips with my oatmeal and I have peanut butter and protein. And then for lunch, we made him like this little custom pizza. And for dinner, he was having burgers. But guess what? He had a coach that knew how to work with macros, which is me, and knew how to make foods and put foods in there that aren't totally garbage, like chicken and asparagus for every meal. So this dude was eating like peanut butter chocolate chip protein, like pizza and burgers and stuff, like a burrito, and like wraps and stuff. And he lost 200 pounds doing it. And his phrase is "suck it up, buttercup." So I think it was great too. Yeah, and there's Alejandro again. Yeah, Jared did a pretty good one. Lance, this guy's vegan, so if you're like a vegan or vegetarian, just know that I do work with vegan clients. He competed, he grew, he looked awesome. Yeah, like I said, Alexis again, Sal, and Sean. Sean's down like 60 pounds. Jeremiah got massive. Brian, this was a little bit before I started working with him, so he's a little bit leaner when we started. So like I said, full transparency, this was just the best picture that he could send me for this one. And this was him after when he finally had his abs. This dude does like 2 hours of Stairmaster a day. He's a psychopath when it comes to training. Let's see. Yeah, and then testimonials. I mean, like, are you really going to zoom in and read these? We're not going to waste our time here. Okay, awesome. So, end of this. Oh, 30 minutes. Hey, if you stuck with me for 30 minutes, dude, good work. That means you're dedicated enough to care about yourself and what you're going to do in the future. So I'm not really going to take much more of your time here. I'm going to wrap this up because I've been nonstop talking for 25 minutes and 44 seconds at this point. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to let me know. If you are interested in booking a call and you have finished this video, like, awesome. Send me a message. Be like, hey, dude, I watched this video. I'm interested. Let's just jump on a call ASAP. Like, we're getting on a video call. I'll be here. I'll have this cool little fancy space background if I'm still extremely immature at the time we talk. It's like a galaxy thing. And yeah, we'll get on. And then instead of me sitting there and bullshitting you for like the first 30 minutes about asking you about your pain points and, oh, what is it going to feel like if you accomplish this goal? Nah, dude, I'm going to be like, what are we trying to do, brother? And how can I get you there? What is stopping you from getting you there? Okay, let's rock and roll. Here are your prices. Boom, we're off to the races. You don't want to waste time on this. You don't want to sit around and wait, dude. Let's go. Like, get on that phone call. And if you are like convinced at this point, you're like, all right, this dude knows what he's talking about. I'm convinced. Everything looks cool. Yeah, come to that phone call ready to go, and like we can just go ka-ching, boom, we're writing your diet. You're starting within the same 30 minutes. Like, I will extend that phone call or get you scheduled that same day, that same night, just to make sure that that speed into the app, into the program, into your diet, everything is instant. So yeah, so I get very excited about this, and if you are convinced at the end of this video, awesome, send me a message, schedule a call somewhere on this page or whatever you're looking at, or if this is an ad or whatever I'm using this content for, because I'm too cheap to hire somebody else to get in here and create something professional, but not too cheap to spend money on a super cool app for my clients, because that was very expensive and it's super sick. But whatever I'm using this for, I would love to speak with you. Please feel free to send me a message and communicate and be like, hey, dude, I'm interested in this. I want to know more about this, blah, 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 blah. Because I will chat with you and I will kind of address the situation you're dealing with, and then I will more than gladly send you a call booking link or urge you to book a call so we can get on and have a super chill conversation like this. And if it doesn't look like a good fit at the end, I'm not going to sit here and go, well, have you considered taking out a loan or financing this or doing a $8,000 package divided into 24 monthly payments? No. I'm going to say, no problem, man. What are you thinking? Did you want me to reach out in like a month, 2 months, 3 months? What are we thinking here? Never again. And then I'm going to ask you because you know what you want, because you're a grown man, you're an adult, and you know what you want. So if you're going into this call, I'm expecting you to know what you want. And by the end of the call, we can make a mutual decision that benefits us both. And then we can get out there and go kick some fucking ass. Thank you for watching this call. I may or may not swear, I may or not blur the swear words out there. But again, full transparency. And hey, if you're ready to get after it, like I said, let's get it, okay? One little last. Got you. All right, talk soon.